The Garmin Kansas City Marathon may be canceled due to the coronavirus concerns, but runners can still find ways to participate. So I caught up with race director Dave Borchardt this afternoon.
So talk about the marathon. Obviously, it's going to end up being virtual and you guys can't host it in person. So what all goes into that, and what do you exactly offer runners who still want to be a part of it?
Yeah, so it got to the point where if we would have held the race in person, we would have been the biggest running event to happen anywhere in the world since March 10th. And so that didn't seem like a very responsible thing to do, for us, for the community, for our volunteers, for the runners. So we transitioned to this idea of the Garmin Kansas City Marathon Million Mile Challenge. So it's pretty simple. We encourage people to sign up and log all their walking miles, their running miles, going to the grocery store, chasing the kids around the house, any of that stuff. We're asking people to log their miles once a day, once a week, whatever they want to do. And we're trying to get to 1 million total miles between now and October 17th, which is our originally scheduled race date. So they can get all the info at kcmarathon.org. It's only $40 to sign up, and you get a cool t-shirt, a medal. We create this ultimate KC swag bag with offers from Garmin and T-Mobile and Charlie Hustle and Zarda Barbecue. And the Royals are even giving everybody a free ticket to a game next year. So it's a pretty cool deal. And we're just really trying to keep people active over the next 2 months. It's mental health is such a frail thing right now with these stressful times. So the more people can get out and walk and run while doing so safely and responsibly, we just want to keep people active and help people on the mental health front here between now and October 17th.
Absolutely. So how did you guys come up with this idea?
Well, you've probably seen a lot of races have canceled and just turned into virtual runs, which is essentially you run whenever you want, wherever you want, and then you get mailed your shirt and your medal. And we were trying to do something different and creative. There's been so many of those. At this point, people are burnt out and don't really like them. So what we're trying to do is recapture that atmosphere that you get on race day. And I know you saw it last year doing the half marathon. It's really a community feel with everybody working towards the goal on the same day. And that's kind of what we're trying to create here is everybody's working towards that goal, trying to get to 1 million miles. And if we can get to 1 million miles logged by all our participants, then Heartland Coca-Cola is going to write a big check to support our nonprofit organization. So everybody has the chance to achieve that goal, which helps out a community organization like us. And then we're also raffling off a bunch of cool prizes along the way towards 1 million miles. So really just trying to get the community healthy and active, and also try to recreate that feel that you get on race day, which is such a positive experience.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. It's absolutely one of my favorite events that I've ever ran in or been a part of. And so for us to not necessarily have that this year is very disheartening. How do you encourage people that, hey, stick with us? This year's going to be virtual, but we hope in the future, things will unfold, and we're still kind of planning for potentially 2021.
Yeah, I think it's interesting because I think our hardcore runners that do the race every year kind of get it. No big races are happening right now. I think one of the cool things with this year is it opens the door to people that have never considered the Garmin Kansas City Marathon. They think, hey, I can't do this. Even though we do have a 5K, we always tell people, hey, you can come do the 5K. But for example, my mom is doing the marathon this year because she's going to add up to 26.2 miles over the next 7 weeks. So, this really does open it up to anyone. So really, if you're somebody who's been looking for something to motivate you to get off the couch and start walking, or maybe you've been feeling a little more down in the dumps because of the pandemic, which who can blame you at this point? This gives people something to motivate them over the next 7 weeks. And like you said, next year, knock on wood, God willing, we'll have the vaccine. And by the time we get to next October, everything should be pretty normal. But, in the meantime, make sure you're taking care of yourself and being active. And
anyone who wants to take part in this, what do they need to do? Where do they need to go?
Yep, just go to our website, kcmarathon.org. The top thing you'll see is Million Mile Challenge. So you can click on that to get all the info. And if you want to register, it's only $40. So yeah, check it out, kcmarathon.org. And we'd love to have you involved in this year's race, even though it's not in person.